YouTube, Google+, Facebook, Twitter, welcome back to another exciting episode. Let's get this party started.
And I love being a turtle!
Okay, today I'm going to be playing some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtles in Time. Fantastic game on the Super Nintendo. This version is based off of the arcade. Arcade's, of course, fantastic. The home port was pretty good also. And the Genesis had a version, I forget, but it was a good version also. So I'm going to be playing, I usually pick Michelangelo, so I'll be playing most likely Michelangelo. And let's see here, you look at them all. Yeah, I'll play Mikey. And the first end boss, I believe, well, there's April O'Neil. This is April O'Neil reporting. And there's Krang stealing the Statue of Liberty in his big overgrown suit. So now we gotta go get the Statue of Liberty back, I believe, and save it. Or get the Statue of Liberty back. And there's Baxter Stockman. So I got my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle trivia stuff going on because I watch cartoons, all of them since the old days. Because I grew up with that. I used to rush home from school, make sure I didn't miss any. Because back then we didn't have the internet or Netflix or any of that stuff to go back and watch episodes. You missed it, you wouldn't see it for a long time. I really like the way they designed the levels, everything. Everything was really done well. Now, let's get on with the news. There is a new Harvest Moon game coming. And it's called Skytree Village. It sprouts on the Nintendo 3DS coming soon. I can't wait to play it. I like the Harvest Moon series, even though they are getting quite stale over the years, repetitive things. They've tried to change it a few times drastically and didn't work, like the ones they brought to the PSP, the futuristic one, where you're playing sort of like an android. And but overall, I like the series. My favorite still is the Game Boy Advance version. And after that, probably the PlayStation 1. So, but I played quite a few of them over the years, including all the Moon Factories and the Splinter off of those games. And I think there was another one, I can't remember offhand. I know I'm forgetting something. Either way, fantastic game, so that is coming out. Hopefully they're going to show it off at E3, and supposedly it's what I hear. So maybe we'll see some 3DS stuff at E3. Not from Nintendo, but from third parties. So we shall see. And just so you guys know, there is a Capcom pretty big sale going on Nintendo eShop. So they have the Wii U version Resident Evil Revelations $9.99. Dungeons & Dragons Chronicles of Mysteria $5.99. DuckTales Remastered $5.99. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate $13.59. I don't know why they come up with these weird numbers of prices. Nintendo 3DS Mega Man Legacy Collection is $9.99. Generally it's $14.99, so you're saving a little bucks there. Super Street Fighter 4 3D Edition $4.99. I have it's fantastic game. Resident Evil Revelations, another fantastic game. It's $4.99. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate on the Nintendo 3DS is $13.99. So it's a little bit more expensive than the version on the Wii U, by like 30-40 cents. And Resident Evil The Mercenaries 3D is $4.99. And I have that also, and I have to say, overall it's pretty good, especially for the price. If it was a full price game, I wouldn't pay it, but it's all time-based levels, and you get to play all the characters from, I believe, Resident Evil 4 and 5. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but I believe that's what it was. And it's a fantastic game. Just go around, arcade kind of feel, go around time-based, killing a bunch of zombies in a certain amount of time. So I like it. And so yeah, so definitely if you guys want some cheap games, good games, check that out. Now Sega is having a survey, and they're asking about Sonic crossover games. So they're asking all the fans for feedback regarding Sonic mobile games. So
what you
they're
get
asking
is what you see.
what kind of crossovers you'd like to see. And also on the handhelds, I believe they're asking the same thing. Such as the Mario and Sonic at the Sochi 2014 Olympic Winter Games. And the new 2016 Rio games. So they're asking, what games would you like to see Sonic in? And part of the reason is because they're not making decent Sonic games. So if they it seems like the crossovers are better than the actual games, which is sad, but that's the fact. So I guess you can put Sonic in any game crossover and probably make it better than the Sonic games. Put him in games like Need for Speed, or what's the other games? Ridge Racer. Put him in really weird games and they'll be better than Sonic games. So sad, but hopefully eventually we'll get a good Sonic game. But they're asking just for crossovers. I haven't played it yet, but the reviews for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants in Manhattan review is pretty bad. So definitely didn't get that love that the Transformers Devastation got. Got the cell shading, but I heard it's a pretty big mess. The cell shading in the game is spot on. It's perfect. It's the problem is the core of the game. The what do you call it? The combat is a disaster. I hear also it is very hard to see your characters, what's going on in the action, because of the way they did the graphics and cell shading. Leave in the comments below if you've actually played the game. But from what I hear, it's not a very good game, and it's sad because Turtles could be a fantastic game if someone does it right. I mean, the last version I played that was pretty decent, I believe, was on the PlayStation 3 when they redid Turtles in Time. And Turtles in Time is still the best, but that version of the updated graphics and thing, it was done pretty well. I liked it also. So it's too bad they can't really get the mechanics down and make games that are fun like this older game. This game's a lot of fun still. I think this new game, Mutants in Manhattan, is right up there with the original Turtles game on the Nintendo NES. And for those of you guys who remember it, I played it. I've beaten it actually. It's a really hard game. I don't remember if I cheated to beat it or not because it was so long ago, but I know I beat it. But that game wasn't great, but I beat it. So this, anyways, Mutants in Manhattan is right up there on scale of how good it is with that game. So not saying much. Even though it's not a bad game, hopefully this means that the movie is going to be good, because I'm really looking forward to the movie, because it looks like it's playing a lot of homage to the old cartoon. So hopefully the movie is good, and we'll just pretend that Mutants in Manhattan didn't exist, I guess. Now, one of my followers on my YouTube channel had posted a comment, and actually it was a very good comment, and it kind of had me thinking. He says he hasn't heard anything about Dragon Quest 7, or was it Dragon Quest 7 and 8? Yeah, I believe that's what it was. 7 and 8 for the Nintendo 3DS, because they said it was coming, and it was supposed to be coming in summertime, I believe, June. And so we haven't heard anything about it, so it makes me wonder what's going on with that. Is it going to show up at E3 all of a sudden, or is it... It's interesting that we haven't heard anything about it. We haven't seen anything, no screenshots, no nothing. That's a fantastic game, so I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, I don't know. That's really weird that we haven't heard it. I haven't heard anything, at least, and he hasn't heard anything. So that's why he posted it, and I was like, oh, it's a bad sign, because generally they would, especially if they're really focusing on the 3DS and not the Wii U. Seems like we'd already hear about that game. That's a big game. So, Dragon Quest 7 and 8, I believe it is. But 7 is the one that should be coming, I believe, midsummer, it said originally. So, either it's a surprise and shows up around E3, or it's delayed and pushed back, and maybe even till late this year or next year. So that would be terrible, but I don't know what's going on with it. So hopefully. And then he was talking also about with Final Fantasy remakes of 1 and 2 especially, but I think in general 1 through 6. But we've had so many remakes, and it's even on mobile. I've had so many versions of 1 through 6, and I've beaten them so many times that I don't know if I could do it again. I don't think I would purchase another Final Fantasy 1 through 6, even if it was remade for 3DS or something. I don't know, because I've played the story so many times. I've beaten 1 and 2. I've beaten 1 especially at least, maybe at least 6 times in my life, maybe more than that. 2 I've beaten like 2 or 3 times. Final Fantasy 6 I've beaten quite a few times. 5, 4, 3. The one actually that I've beaten the least is 2, I think. I've beaten only like maybe 2 times. So I couldn't really get into Final Fantasy 2 as much as all the other ones. 6 is my favorite, then 7. So I couldn't see any remakes of those. It'd be cool though if they did decide to make an all brand new Ultima and bring that series back. And I like the old Ultima games from the way back in the 8-bit. I think they were in 16-bit also. So NES and Super NES days. So that would be really interesting if they brought Ultima back. Maybe even bring, if we're talking RPGs, why not bring, if they could do it, Skies of Arcadia, remaster that. I believe it was that Sega? I don't know who owned that one. Bring Skies of Arcadia. I played on the Dreamcast originally, Sega Dreamcast, and I think came the GameCube version with more content, more islands to discover and things. Fantastic RPG. But could you imagine Skies of Arcadia coming to the Nintendo 3DS? And it would look good in 3D when you go into those towns and things. So that would be a fantastic game to think about bringing back one day, if they could. Fantastic RPG. So, yeah, it's really weird that we haven't heard anything from the Dragon Quest games. Because especially when they're around the corner, it's supposed to be. So, if you guys have any new info on it, leave it in the details below. But I haven't heard anything myself. I just seen a video on YouTube, I don't own it yet, is the Minecraft for the Wii U with the Super Mario mod, or Super Mario expansion pack, DLC pack for free. Looks fantastic from what I've seen. If you're into Minecraft, the Wii U version with the Super Mario Brothers expansion pack, DLC pack, looks fantastic. It has Peach's Castle. It has these, everything, the turtles, it has the little flowers, everything. It has tons of Super Mario content in that pack, and it looks fantastic. So I'm really impressed by that. On a side note, it has to do with video games, sorta, is Vans. Nintendo X Vans, they're inspired shoes. They start selling Friday. They look fantastic. They have Vans with everything from Super Mario Brothers. They have one with NES controllers. I'll put a picture up too, so you guys can see it. And it's very cool. Like when you see the bottom of the shoe, it says game, and then on the other side, on the other bottom of the sole of the shoe, it says over. So game over. So it's fantastic. I would love to have a pair of those Vans. I'm not sure which ones I like the most. I probably either like the kind of like the high top ones with the NES controllers, or I like these ones with all the little Mario characters and things on it. They had some Legend of Zelda ones. I'll definitely be sold on those. So either way, it looks very cool. I know there's quite a few different ones. I believe actually there is a Legend of Zelda one, so I believe there's designs for Super Mario Brothers, the Legend of Zelda, Donkey Kong, Duck Hunt, and homage to the Nintendo NES itself. So very cool. I would definitely pick some up. Back in the day, I would be rocking those shoes. I'll be rocking them now. So, definitely very cool. I am almost going after Shredder. Now this level I have trouble with, the Technodrome. When I get the Shredder. Because he, you'll see what I mean. It's very tough to beat him. At least for me it is. Maybe because I haven't gotten the mechanics of throwing people to the screen down yet. Because you can grab them and throw them towards the screen. Make them fly, which is very cool. That was a very cool way they programmed it back in the day from the arcade, and then found a way to put it to the Super Nintendo. I originally played these, my first home versions was the Nintendo NES. I believe there was there was 3 Turtle games, I believe, actually. 3 Turtle games and 2 on the Super Nintendo. This and a fighting game similar to Street Fighter, Tournament Fighters, which was fantastic also, I think. I mean, it wasn't, well, actually it wasn't fantastic, but it wasn't terrible. It seemed like the mechanics were a little off, was in the fighting mechanics. It was actually very difficult, even on the easy levels. You set it to easy and you play Tournament Fighters, Street Fighter, sort of Turtles game, and it was very tough. You basically had to keep doing your specials all the time. At least that's the way I beat it, pretty much. So anyways, yeah, this is a fantastic game. See, there's Shredder in the background on his monitors. There's mechanics throwing it, Foot Clan on the wall there. Now we're going to go in. Oh, actually I have to fight these from the movie. This is based on the kind of a cross between the movie and the cartoon, both. Because those are from the movie. So I guess they kind of took elements from both the movie and the cartoon. Which is cool. The only difference is they didn't shoot fire and ice. So, but still either way. Go ninja, go. Little ice baby. Vanilla Ice there. Singing that song. What else do we got in the news? Well, we know the Capcom's. You should jump on those Capcom games if you don't own any of those Capcom discounted games. Also, since I don't live in South Korea, or I live in South Korea, but since I don't live in the U.S., I haven't seen the amiibo craze dying off. From what I hear, they're going to the discount bins in the United States now. So, I guess the amiibo craze is over. So it makes me wonder what Nintendo's going to come up with next. Because that was some quick cash for them, but it seems like the amiibo thing is dying down. I imagine they can't just keep pushing them anymore. I guess because there's so many on the market now. Before they were hard to get hold of, so people were like frantically trying to get them, and they just created this craze. But now, since there's abundance of them, now they're starting to hit the discount bins, and that is it. So I guess the amiibo craze is over, so I wonder what Nintendo will come up with next. I mean, they did pretty well, but I don't think they could do too many more characters. Maybe if they came out with some Pokemon ones, all the Pokemons. But I don't think you could do all the you'd have to do the most popular ones, because you do some of the less popular ones, they won't sell, and they'll just go discount bins. Plus, there's, what, 900 something Pokemon? I guess. I'm not a Pokemon master. I've played a lot of them, but I'm not an expert at the knowledge of Pokemon and stuff, and what types and all that stuff. I've played them ever since the beginning, but I just never really, I guess, paid attention enough to learn all that stuff. I do this off the sidetrack a little bit. Is Miitomo is dying off also for the app, because I see a lot of people that are kind of not really there anymore. They're still on my friends list, but they're really not showing up answering new questions and things. I'm still checking it every day because I want them coins. I got all the stuff. I got both wallpapers, and I got 2 games for free, earning coins. I got the Twilight Princess Picross game, and I got, what was the other one? WarioWare Touched. So I got both those games, and then there was 2 wallpapers. There was a Super Mario one for the US and a Donkey Kong one, so I got that. Okay, here we go, the fight with Shredder. See, basically, it's pretty cool, the graphics, the way they did this. The only problem is you have to, I believe the way to do it, to beat him, is you have to throw the Foot Clan soldiers into the screen and shatter his shields, which is very tough, because at the same time you have to dodge his guns. He's shooting at you with a little reticle, and you have to dodge those little pincher hand things. But the way they designed it was pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool overall. I've beaten it before a long time ago, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it now. I just can't figure out. I'm going to have to read up on how to throw people into the screen. I thought it was pushed down when you grab them, but it's not working so well. So maybe it's pushed up or something. So you got to dodge that little pincher. He comes out to the sides, just little pinching hands. At the same time, you got to fight all the Foot Clans, throwing stars and things, and eventually grab him and throw him towards his screen and shatter his shields like that. Okay, I believe it's press up. And his shield rating, let's see. Does it show on the screen? Oh yeah, he has 3 left. No, that's me. His must be down below somewhere. No, it says shred, so he has 3 left. So I guess it takes a couple hits to destroy 1 bar, not just 1. Either way, it's a fantastic game. Definitely worth picking up. These games should come to the Virtual Console, because these are fantastic, all the Turtle games. Put a decent Turtles game on a console. Give us something fun to play. The arcade ones are fantastic. I'm surprised they haven't done the other one. I forget what it's called. There's Turtles in Time, and there's a second one, and both of them are pretty good. They should both come to arcade, to the Virtual Consoles, but I believe the second Turtles game never has came to a console at all. At least in my knowledge, it hasn't. Maybe the Xbox arcade or something. I don't know, but I never owned that. But I don't think I've ever seen it. Let's see here. See, I'm doing terrible right now. You're supposed to throw them towards the screen and shatter it. No, I thought I had it. Come on, come on. Come on, Shredhead. I like how it's sort of based off of the movie and the cartoon. I died again. Because you see that little sewer graphic they use when coming out of sewer is based off of the movie. But some of the end bosses and things are based off the movie, but some of the things they use are based off the cartoon also. Sort of the foot soldiers looks in Shredhead here, Shredder, he looks more like the cartoon than the movie. I think the movie he looked more like a big giant robot looking thing. It's kind of scary looking. So I'm really looking forward to the new movie from what I've seen. Okay, let's see. Because they're going to be bringing a lot of elements from the cartoon back. Which I hate when they try to stay away from doing those things and they ruin the thing. I think it's too corny or something, and then they try to make it more realistic, and then they ruin the movie, and it's not even worth watching. So I'm glad they're really taking a chance with it and giving us those things that we grew up with. Makes it more fun and enjoyable. Well, I'm doing terrible. Let's see. Still has 3 bars left. I remember you'll start seeing a crack after you get, or it cracks, and then I don't know if you have to fight him afterwards or not. I think you do. It's been a while since I played this. Okay, I got it down to 2 bars. Come on. Overall, it's been pretty quiet in the news for gaming, just because everybody's prepping for E3. Well, at least quiet on the Nintendo side, and we all know why. Wii U is basically done. The 3DS they're focusing on, but it's supposed to be, but I haven't seen really any focus going on over here. Hey, it's because I'm in South Korea. I died again. Bummer, dudes. 3, 2. I always play Michelangelo. Come on. Tonight I dine on turtle soup. I believe in arcade it has voices and things. Ooh, got it right away. I haven't played the arcade version in a while. I used to love that version. I sink all kinds of quarters in that thing. It was at a Pizza Hut. And me and my buddies would go down there and just about $5-10 in quarters and just play it. There was always a toss-up between that. And I think later on came up a Simpsons game around the same time. They had a Simpsons game too, so we played a lot of that. The Simpsons game was similar to the Turtles game. The only difference is your characters, Homer, Bart, Lisa, and and Maggie, I think. Not Maggie. Well, his wife, either way. Marge. They would all do special moves together. So if you have playing 2 players and then you tap a certain button, you can do attacks together. So that was pretty cool. And it had this cool cartoon intro and things. Simpsons was a lot of fun too. It was very similar to this. I think it may have came out afterwards, so it had a few new features and things. Let me see here. Oh, come on. Oh, I got him down to 1. Can I do it? Can I pass it? To show you guys the next ending of Shredhead. Come on, dude. Oh, so close. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, watch out his pincher. His guns. Oh, they're working me over the stars. Oh, man. Cowabunga, dudes. Well, anyways, that is it for this episode. Next time I'll go play through a real playthrough. I'll just put that up, see if I can go straight through now since I've been practicing. Anyways, that is all I have for this episode. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and as always, have a good one. Take care, everybody.
Thank you, my friend.